Max Verstappen is not concerned at all about Ferrari and Lewis Hamilton in 2025. There's no need to repeat it anymore. Lewis Hamilton and Ferrari is a reality. But as we head into the most competitive F1 season in recent history, Lewis Hamilton faces a ton of challenges, and here are the top three. The number one challenge is, of course, the current champion Max Verstappen. As you know, there's a great rivalry between Lewis Hamilton and Max that started back in 2021. And in a recent interview with Max Verstappen, he was asked to comment about this partnership between Lewis and Ferrari, and he said he's not concerned at all about either Ferrari or Lewis Hamilton in 2025. He doesn't feel his championship is threatened by either of them. Helmut Marko also agreed with Max Verstappen. When he was asked to comment as well on this partnership, he said, well, if Ferrari manages to build a championship winning car for Lewis Hamilton, and if Red Bull manages to build a mediocre car for Max Verstappen, his money is still on Max, because he believes that Max is still a tenth or two quicker than any other drivers currently on the grid. That's how much confidence Helmut and Red Bull have in Max Verstappen. As you know, Max is one of the best drivers of all time. He is a generational talent, and that's why, in my opinion, Max Verstappen is one of the biggest challenges, if not the biggest challenge for Lewis Hamilton in 2025. But Martin Brundle disagrees with Max Verstappen and Helmut Marko. In a recent interview on Sky Sports, Martin admitted that Lewis did lose an edge. His best years are behind him. But if Ferrari manages to build a championship-winning car, this will fire up the motivation for Lewis Hamilton. And if Lewis gets to 95% of his best, that's still good enough to win a championship. By the way, before I continue, let me know if you prefer these types of videos, the landscape over portrait. Now back to the video. Challenge number two, in my opinion, is both Charles Leclerc and Fernando Alonso. Charles is one of the quickest, if not the quickest qualifier on the grid at the moment, and he is very experienced. He's been with the team for quite a while now. He knows who's who, what's what, which buttons do what. And according to Martin Brundle, Charles also stopped crashing. He used to overdrive his car, and that will not make it an easy task for Lewis at Ferrari in 2025. In addition to Charles, there is Fernando Alonso. In my opinion, Aston Martin is the team to look out for in 2025. You can see that is my prediction for the season. I think this team will make the biggest leap in performance. We're going to see them at the forefront of the grid only because of Adrian Newey. Adrian helped Red Bull dominate this era of regulations, the ground effect regulations, and I think he will turn that team upside down 180 degrees. And if they manage to give Fernando Alonso a competitive car, Fernando becomes a beast, an animal. We all know that. He's known to adapt to mediocre machinery, so let alone if he drives a competitive car. This will make Lewis Hamilton an easy target for him on the grid, on the track, but because Hamilton will be busy adapting to the Ferrari car, to the setup, the braking, while Fernando has been with Aston Martin for quite a while now, he knows what's what, and give him a fast car, he's unstoppable. Challenge number three is actually the regulations. I don't think Lewis Hamilton got along very well with these regulations. Since 2022, he struggled a lot to adapt his driving styles to these ground effect cars. On average, if we compare his tenure with Mercedes from 2022 till 2024, he lost to George Russell. And in Formula 1, F1 drivers are judged based on their performance compared to their teammates, because these two drivers are driving the exact same car. And 2025 is no different. It's actually more difficult. It's all new for him. Lots of new information that he has to process, he has to learn. And I've said it in my previous video, Lewis Hamilton has a huge learning curve ahead of him. And that's why I think 2025 is not going to be easy for him. And that's why I believe these are the biggest three challenges that he's going to face this season. But what about you? Let me know in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching, and follow for more.